Welcome to the Caddo Convos, the podcast that explores the vibrant community of businesses thriving in Caddo Office Reimagined. We're here to shine a light on the incredible entrepreneurs and professionals who make the most of our private offices, co-working spaces, and day office rentals in the Dallas-Fort Worth suburbs. Join us as we share their stories, celebrate their successes, and dive into the benefits of working in a space that's close to home but offers so much more than working from home. Let's get started with today's conversation. Welcome to the Caddo Convos. I'm Buddy Burrells, your host, and today I'm joined by Brian Colaianni.
Yep.
Of Anchor Energy.
That's right.
Awesome. We got it on the first try. So very nice to meet you, Brian. Thank you for joining me at the Caddo Prosper Location podcast studio.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. First time doing this, so
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It is exciting. So tell me, we're here to learn about you and your business.
Okay.
So just right out of the gate, I think the best question for anyone listening is, what's in it for them to do business with you? Let's talk about your business.
Okay. I've been in the energy sector for about 8 years now, mainly renewable energies with solar and multiple states. Started in Maryland for a few years, went to Virginia, and then now out here in Texas since 2021. But I started Anchor Energy this year.
Okay.
And
New business.
in the
Bravo.
spring. Thank you. And why I called it Anchor Energy and not Anchor Solar is because I want to do a little bit more out here in Texas, because Texas is a deregulated market for most of it, meaning you have the power to choose different electric providers. So if you're in a co-op, you're stuck where you're at in that location, but most of DFW, Houston, and around Texas are in a deregulated market, so you have the power to shop. So once I figured that out, I can save a lot of money.
Yeah.
And because there's a lot of confusion out there when you're shopping for power. You're not finding it the same price on multiple sites. It's very confusing marketing for a reason.
Yeah.
So I'm just here to help people. And if I can find you the best rate and with very little contracts, termination fees, no sign-up fees, no credit checks, stuff like that, those retailers, I can save you some money.
And I imagine the audience has put it together, as I did right before the show. So Anchor Energy, I understand you're a veteran. Tell us about your service.
Still active reservist right now,
All right.
but I was active duty Navy for 8 years.
Excellent.
Since 2010. Aviation electrician was my job. I worked on H-53 helicopters and also the new F-35 jet. That was my active duty career. Now, as a reservist since 2018, I work at Fort Worth at a squadron called VR-59.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your service.
Oh, very
Appreciate
welcome.
what you do. So all that led into this business, which is a year in. Tell me about who your typical customer is. Who as in, you're probably sitting across from one.
Okay.
Yeah,
So if you have the power to choose, you're my customer, meaning you don't have to own your home. You can rent your home. You could be an apartment. You could be a small business. You could be a large business. I can shop and find rates for all of those. Now, if you want to talk about solar, that kind of narrows the window a little bit down. You have to own your home. You have to get good sun on your roof, and your roof has to be in good condition. And time-wise, I like to talk to customers that are going to be in their houses for about 4 or 5 years or forever.
Yeah.
That's what makes a good solar customer is time in a home.
Understood. The objections being, and what I've read, I think, is out there is if it doesn't benefit to have it on the house when you're buying a house with it already installed, as in is there slight negative, understanding of when the solar's already on the roof, basically?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Tell me about that.
If you're buying a house and solar's already on it, I was personally looking for one when I moved out to Texas. I've now gone solar on my house twice now.
How about that?
First in Maryland in 2016, and then put it on my house as soon as I moved in. Now, what you're looking for is who is the installer. The inverter company will be right on the outside boxes of your house if it has solar, so you can always call them. The top 2 inverters out there are either Solar Edge or Enphase. You give that number a call, you give your address, they'll tell you if your system's working or not.
There you go.
Even if your installer's not around anymore, you could always give us a call, and I can help you through it over the phone, maybe send out a tech and see what we can do.
The benefits of solar, savings, longevity. Talk to me about a solar system for someone who's just on the edge. Should I go with solar?
Yes, it saves you money. Now, financing solar has been the black sheep of this industry for a long time because of the crazy dealer fees out there when it comes to solar. If you can pay for it in cash or go to your bank and get a loan, that is by far the best opportunity to do it. Now, the savings is obviously there, and that's what I mean about time. If you're going to be in your house 4, 5, 10 years, the same amount of money you're spending on electricity for about 7, 8 years, you're going to spend the same exact on solar, and solar lasts for 30, 40 years.
Oh, okay. So once you cross that, you're in great
Right.
shape for a long time.
Absolutely.
So if you're planning on sticking around, which, most people,
Right.
especially if you're renting, it's a different story. But like you said, you have solutions for renters and
Absolutely.
apartments and so on. Mm-hmm. Why? Why did you start this business?
I'm an aviation electrician.
Yeah.
The Navy had a program back in the day about solar and this and that, so I kind of got interested in it, and then I started looking at it in Virginia in 2015, and I was like, I'm going to put solar in my house. I couldn't do it. I was like, well, why can't I go solar? Only a handful of states back then could.
Interesting.
It was because of the power company wasn't allowing it at the time. So I got stationed in Maryland, 2016. Great, they had solar. Like California had solar back like at the beginning, and then a couple states. Now, pretty much every U.S. state has solar programs now, but like back then when I went, I was told no at first, and I don't like being told no sometimes. Right. So I've tried to figure out a way to do it. So as soon as I did it in Maryland, the gentleman actually helping me go solar asked me, you seem to know a lot about this. You want a job? At the time, I didn't think of anything. I was like, I'm active duty military. I make okay money, I'm surviving. But then he said, well, this is how much you can make if you want to get into solar, and you're kind of your own boss at that point. There's no paychecks, but you got to knock doors.
Yeah.
And it was a lot, but I wasn't sure about the knocking doors part. But he gave me the summer. I did it for a summer, and I figured out I liked it. I like talking to people, even if it's at their door, and I made enough in that summer to offset my whole military paycheck for a year. So that's when I decided, I was like, okay, I'm going to get out, and I'm going to give this a real shot.
Hustling pays off.
Correct.
That's excellent. So you're here in Prosper.
Yep.
And you office here at the Caddo in Prosper. Tell me why you chose Caddo.
Why I chose Caddo, I've known about them for a few years. The previous company I was with had an office here. And then I started doing the social membership, and I really liked it. But why I really like Caddo is because there's 15 different locations all around DFW, and I'm hopping in and out. I'm in my car all day.
Yeah.
I'm talking to homeowners, whether it's Fort Worth, over in Rockwall, all the way back up here. So I pretty much visited all of them, stop in, grab a coffee, do some work real quick. It's very, very convenient.
That's terrific. Tell me a success story. I know you have a lot of customers you helped over the years, especially this year with the new business.
Oh, correct.
So what's going on right now, and who are you helping?
I help a lot of neighborhoods. A lot of my business solar is word of mouth. And when I can show them what I'm charging for solar, when they've gotten 3 or 4 or 5 different quotes, they're like, man, how can you do this? I was like, well, I cut out all the middlemen. So I'm giving you solar pretty much at cost and trying to save you as much money as possible. Now, that's the solar side of things. The energy side of things is show me your bill. So when I have that conversation, I say, okay, pull up your bill, what you're saving. There's always a little sentence on that bill that's somewhere that says the average price per kilowatt hour you paid was blank. So I found a customer the other day. She thought, she was with TXU. Great company, but that little sentence said you're paying 27 cents per kilowatt hour. I said, that's pretty high, one of the highest I've seen so far in the last couple of years. I said, well, I have a rate right now that's 12 cents all in. She's like, really? I was like, there's no base fees. TXU has a $9 a month base fee. I have 0.
Yeah.
TXU has a $295 termination fee, mine is $0. So I basically took her bill from, she was only paying $160, which she didn't think was much, but I'm going to bring that down to about $70 all in. And she was ecstatic.
Had to be blown away. You saved her so much money.
Exactly. And they don't even know it. And because most of the time everything's on paper list billing, right? I don't think it was to save the trees. It was really to hide you from seeing what's going on. So just be wary of your bill. I show people their bills every day. Even though it's your bill, you just probably haven't looked at it in a long time.
That's true.
So it takes 30 seconds. Let me check it out. Great. I can save you money. Let me get you in a better program.
That's excellent. What's the best way to reach you? You're all over the place. I imagine website or how do you like to be reached? Yeah.
Always phone. My phone number is 469-885-1239. My social is Anchor Energy US or the website anchor.energy. So no .com, just .energy.
Terrific. Tell me, give me some parting thoughts here. I mean, I know you enjoy your business. I know you enjoy helping people. What would you want people to know before they pick up the phone and call you?
I'm just here to help people. So number one, I got into this business. If I can't help you, I'll find somebody else that could possibly help you. And then number two, if it's going to put you in a better place right now than you were before, that's when I say let's move forward. I don't force anybody to do this, but I'm just here to help. And if I can save you some money, let's do it.
Everyone's always looking for a deal. Do you have any certain type of discounts people should ask about for signing up?
Absolutely. Being military background, I have a teacher, military, and first responder discount. So sign up with me. You'll get 2 months free of electricity.
That's awesome.
Nowhere else can you have that.
Yeah, that's fabulous. So you'll help them look through their bill, find savings to start.
Exactly.
And then if they're in those categories, you can save them additionally.
Absolutely. I love giving 3 months of electricity.
Thank you for joining us today on the Caddo Convos podcast. A huge shout out to our incredible network of members for making our community vibrant and supportive. If you're looking to boost your productivity and reduce the isolation of working from home, consider joining us at Caddo Office Reimagined. Our spaces are designed to meet your evolving needs, support remote work, and foster a sense of community that's hard to find at home. Whether you're a startup aiming for growth, a freelancer seeking a professional setting, or a company looking to optimize resources, Caddo offers a perfect blend of flexibility and innovation. By joining us, you'll be a part of a dynamic business ecosystem that helps you thrive. For more information, visit caddooffices.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Caddo Convos.